So hello and welcome, and this is my review of Google Pixel 8 Pro. In one sentence, it's not worth it. Unless you get a good deal. Like I got it for like 720, and that's over like 36 months, where I pay 20 quid for the phone. So 720 will be the full price I'm gonna pay for the phone, which in my opinion is pretty good. But here are some things that you need to know before you buy it. It's like game development these days. You're gonna get a shitty game and it's gonna get patched over time. Don't take me wrong, the phone isn't exactly bad, right? You're gonna get really good phone, really good cameras and all this. But is it better than competitors? No. If you can get Xperia 1 Mark V, go for that. It's gonna cost you 300 quid more. But if you have the money, go for that. Samsung S23 Ultra is really good as well. I've seen it in practice, and yeah, I would say this phone cannot compare. I know, again, the price mark is completely different, but if you put this phone next to like iPhone Pro Max, 15 Pro Max, and S23 Ultra, Xperia 1 Mark V, this phone is the last place. I can't really complain more about it. But then again, this phone is, at least with my deal, much cheaper than any of the other ones. And I'm talking like 500 quid more, 500 quid less, or 300 quid less than any of the competitors. So it's not in the same place. It's not the absolute flagship out there, and that's exactly what you should expect. The phone is getting better. They're adding new features to it and all this. They're adding new camera features and all that kind of shit. But you don't really need that unless you're in it for it. A camera, I was really hoping to get really high frame rates on it. And for example, I think it's Magic 8 Pro or Magic 9 Pro. It can go up to 1000 frames a second. This one can go like 250. So it's like 4 times slower frame rate on it, which means the slow motion videos are much more detailed on the other phones than this one. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but that's what I was hoping for at least. And another thing is, for example, I went to this phone from Sony Xperia 10 Mark IV, and I, I was disappointed right on the spot. Like, I paid for my old phone Xperia 10 Mark IV £150, right? And when I went into this phone, I couldn't do anything more. The phone was bigger, much less comfortable in the hand, and I paid 700 quid for it. It was like, but what it is these days, you're paying for the camera. Okay, let's not joke around. You're not paying for the phone, you're paying for the camera in the back, and that's about it. The thermometer is something probably you're never gonna use. Useless feature. Maybe you're gonna use it once as a gimmick, and that's about it. And the rest of the camera is pretty good. I'm gonna put some footage in it as well. You probably can see it now while I'm recording, because I'm gonna cut the video. So you can probably see the zoom in, zoom out, even during the night shots. It's pretty good, pretty decent. It's not S23 Ultra decent, which could go. Well, don't have the footage, but it's much better. You have much better camera on it. Let's be honest. One thing I'm really, really disappointed is finger unlock, like fingerprint, doesn't work 80% of the time. Because if you press it at a little bit weird angle, it's like, what do you want? You want me to unlock the phone? I don't know. So it doesn't work. At least for me, I had to turn it off. It was completely rubbish. Like phones, I had Umidigi S2. God damn, that fingerprint worked. No matter what you did, the moment you pressed the button, it got unlocked. No matter which way the finger was pointed at, it got unlocked just like that. Face unlock, a little bit dark, a little bit different angle. Doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So most of the time you just use pin, right? I don't know if it's just my phone, but my supervisor got the same phone as me, same deal, same operator, everything, and he got the same issues, right? So I'm on O2 now. Maybe they got different shitty phones, but if all of them are like this, they're rubbish, right? Face unlock, finger unlock, fingerprint unlock doesn't work, right? Unless they patch it in like next couple months, I'm gonna be so disappointed. Another thing is I got a Fitbit watch with it. Well, I cannot actually. I think I can apply for it now because you have to wait like 14 days until you got it. So I got this phone for 2 weeks now, and I'm getting used to it. I kind of liking it. Is it 700 quid worth? No, but the cameras are nice to have. So I wanted to try something different. That's why I went for it. But if I could return it and go for Xperia 1 Mark V, I would go for it. Another thing, I cannot show you that, but my supervisor got the same phone as I said, and he has plenty of videos on it. And if you browse through them, you can hardly see, like 50% of the videos is just like white picture. You cannot see any of the, how do you call it, like thumbnails, nothing like that. So he's just scrolling and he has to check like, oh, this the video? Is this the video? He has to guess. And he's so mad about it. He's so freaking mad about it. And he does TikTok videos as well. And if you record videos in TikTok, they're like different scale and stuff. So he's so mad about it, and he's saying like he's gonna probably return it and get the iPhone 14 instead, because he was saying that phone was much better. He was using it before. No, he was using iPhone 12, I think, Pro, and he was saying that phone was so much better. And that's 3 generations down. And he's probably right. I've seen a couple of his videos, and yeah, that the camera was much better on it. Again, you have to wait until they patch it. Hopefully, it's not gonna be a couple of years. But I was watching all these YouTubers reviews like, oh, I'm switching to this phone because it's so freaking cool. No, it's not. I'm sorry, but it's not. Another thing is you have to have a cover. Like the moment you get it out of actually, this cover is so hard to get out. It was so slippery that if you put it on like a table with like 1 degree slope, it will just go down. You have to have it on perfect level, and the cameras will always keep it under an angle, so it will always go down. Heads up to the engineering, like, good job making it so smooth and slippery, but holy shit, you cannot even hold it in your hand without slipping. So yeah, you really have to get a cover. But then again, that's what I usually do with my phones anyway. Don't get this one because the camera gets, you can close it and open it, but it's shit anyway. But that's the review of the phone. If you have money, don't go for this one. If you don't have money, get a good deal. The phone is definitely not worth $1,000 or 1,000 quid. What, as it advertised on Google Shop? It's definitely not worth it. So as I said, I got it for $720 plus I get the watch with it. like the Fitbit 6. So the actual value of the phone is like 600 quid in total. So yeah, definitely not, you know, the latest tech. It's kind of disappointing, but not for that price. Don't take me wrong. If you can compare it to like iPhone 15 Pro Max, it's almost half of the price, if not less. You know. So yeah, that's about it. Take what take what you want from it, but I'm disappointed, although getting used to it. And my supervisor is completely disappointed with it, and he's probably gonna return it. So yeah, have fun with that. And also another thing I forgot to mention: where's my headphone jack? Last night I was so bored I wanted to listen to some music, but of course I wanted to do it in private. I took my headphones, and what I thought was a headphone jack was actually a hole for microphones. So my headphone jack, where is it? I'm not using wireless headphones. Even these, even these are wired. You know, my daily drivers. So yeah, not cool, not cool at all. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. Bye bye.